In the beginning, the average man-child only dreamt that one day, he can enjoy a fresh slice of za with the boys while talking about random topics average human beings may deem deplorable, disgusting, and maybe even downright insulting. Now an average man-child who cannot consume that sweet succulent za brings that dream to life with this meaningless podcast, which showcases how far humanity has fallen. Bless all forms of intelligence.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a while. It's been a fucking month or whatever. And I'd like to personally welcome you back to the Pizza Zone podcast. My name is Dylan Murphy. And here with me today, I have two lovely gentlemen sitting in front of me. Two people that you know already and would like to know more about. We got Jagjit.
You don't want to know more about me, trust me.
Alright. So we got Brandon.
No, that sounded so shitty. But
Brandon, I'm a regular on this. Or well, someone.
Both,
we're regulars
both
here.
Pretty
you guys know who we are if you listen. But do you have any consistent listeners though?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
That's the problem.
I mean, it's always gonna be like that, I feel like.
Thank you.
What is that?
Like magnets.
Oh, I remember those. Magnets. Those fucking little bead magnets that you choke on when you're like in third grade or something.
Yeah. See, he was playing with them at lunch today.
Yeah, and you.
But I was missing two, and then I
fiddling with them.
You dangle them in front of your mouth and you drop them in your mouth.
You drop them in your mouth and then they rip through your intestines.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's it.
That's
Wait, do they actually do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's because
you should see the box, man. The box is like at least like 5 choking hazard warnings.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Because if you drop one in and then you drop another one in, they somehow connect.
Yeah, they can connect in your
they can rip through your tissues and stuff.
It killed like a couple of kids. It was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Not sick. But.
Well, why?
Gnarly.
Why would anyone eat magnets?
Because kids are stupid.
Kids are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That's something that we need to work on. Making kids smarter.
What do you propose for that? Making kids smarter?
Just stop being fucking idiots. Just like little kids, they always have this dumb look on their face. Like they don't understand. Probably because they don't.
Probably because they don't.
Dude, perfect. I think Jacob's here.
Jacob's here?
Already? I think so. He's texting.
Yeah, it's probably saying I'm not coming.
Yeah, he's probably. It's either. Oh wait, no. Blast it. What does that mean? Oh, okay. So okay. Never mind.
Wait, what?
He wanted to know if we were getting food after this, and I said no because we're both going. So.
Damn. Like as much as I'd love to get food with you guys after this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a typical thing that teenagers do now. Like that's like the number one plan that teenagers do. They just go and get food.
Yeah.
Which sucks for me because
fucking delicious.
Well, it sucks for me because I
you
have fucking allergies. So it's like it's hard for me to go out and eat because I can't. So I can only eat fast food, and fast food sucks.
You can eat.
And even then, fast food you have to like make sure they get it right.
I guess, yeah. But
you should come to MJ's. They do like allergy what's it called? They'll like not compensate, but like they'll make sure that you're alright with that shit.
One day, I guess.
I guess.
So boys, you got anything to talk about? It's been a fucking long while.
Let's not get to the main topic of conversation for at least a little bit. Let's just wait. Because we know it's coming, but just let's wait a little bit.
Alright.
Have nothing to talk about.
Yeah, I don't either.
Let's talk about we had an assembly, a health assembly
Dude,
today.
that shit is crazy, man.
It was regarding drunk driving, and I can't think of a more relevant time to talk about it than now.
Why?
Because it's getting close to like prom season and spring break, and that's when most people get fucking. Yeah.
Just don't be an idiot, guys.
Yeah,
just don't drink and drive.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Just be responsible.
You can call Ubers now. Like it's not even that hard.
Did you hear about that shit with the Uber though?
No.
This girl called an Uber. She was drunk.
Oh, did she get raped?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear about that actually.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so she called an Uber and she was drunk, and then.
It wasn't her Uber that.
Yeah. So what people are doing now, it's crazy. People are fucking smart, but they're really fucked up. They like go to like drunk people at like 3 a.m.
Who are just waiting out by the street.
Yeah, who are just waiting for their Ubers.
Your
Uber's
like, here.
Hey, it's your Uber. Get in, and then they're like
kidnap them.
Yeah, they like kidnap them. But what the smart thing to do is, if you're ever in a situation like that, I read, is
ask who you're picking up.
Yeah. Ask who they're picking up.
And it also sends like when you ask for an Uber, it sends the make of your car.
The make of the car and like the driver's name.
What he looks like.
Yeah, what they look like. Yeah. So there should be like I understand why like that situation could happen, but just like
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner.
Sooner, right?
Yeah, because it seems like such an exploitable part of Uber.
Yeah, exactly. It just because it's like it's hard to have such like strong trust with someone that you literally have.
Yeah, that was
contact.
always my issue with
Yeah.
Ubers. Like I'd always just think I'm just a paranoid person, but like
No,
It seems like Uber just seems like a shadier cab. That's what it
a
seems
shadier.
like.
It's a more
Because
techie, it's a techie shadier cab is what it is.
You're technically registered, but you're not.
Right.
You're not this yellow bright car.
Yeah.
You're just
You're just a random car.
You could be a fucking BMW
Exactly.
driving down the road.
Yeah.
And that's
that could be an
that's
Uber.
your car.
Right.
Yeah.
I always did not like just getting in some stranger's car. But
It's really freaky. I mean, for the most part, like the majority, like the vast majority of people are not gonna kidnap you. Right?
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
the fact that
I would
there's
hope
even
not.
a possibility is scary enough, man.
Yeah. That's the.
I've only ever taken an Uber once, and that was in New York. Because I was with a friend. We were doing a 5K, and we were about to be late for it.
Yeah.
So we just took the Uber, and the dude was mad chill. He was like, his car was super nice. It smelled really good, and like, he was just super chill about everything.
How long has Uber been around for?
I think 3 or 4 years now.
It's been almost 5 actually. I think.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been
because
almost
my
5 years.
parents started using that like as soon as it came out. Because my parents are big drinkers.
Yeah.
So, and so I've been in a lot of Ubers. Like probably over 50.
Yeah, I've been
Damn, really?
a bunch of fucking Ubers, especially when I'm down in Florida. Like whenever I'm down in Florida, like with family, that's what we use to get from the hotel to the parks.
Makes sense.
With like Disney and stuff,
Right.
and Universal. Speaking of which, I was just in Disney.
Oh yeah, you were.
Oh yeah, that's right. How was that?
It was really good. It was for like this band thing. It was this band and chorus performance because Disney runs a lot of performance groups through their programs and all
really?
that stuff.
That's
so
cool.
They normally call us down every couple years to perform. The last time we were invited down, it was the same year as we were invited to Pearl Harbor's 75th, I think it was 75th anniversary.
Holy shit.
I think it was 70.
That's crazy.
Don't correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the 75th.
I wouldn't know, Dylan.
It was 2015.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Is that 75 years? Yeah, right?
Definitely.
Pearl Harbor was 1917?
No.
No.
It was like
Pearl
40s.
Harbor was World War One, right?
Pearl Harbor was
Two.
World War II.
What?
Yeah.
That's the Japanese
The
attacked Pearl
Japanese.
Harbor. That's why we fucking nuked them.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I took 8 push and I didn't.
They didn't
know
even
that.
have fucking planes
I
back
got
then.
4 on the
didn't
fucking
they?
exam and I didn't know. That.
They had planes in World War One.
But they were like made out of like
Yeah.
kite
Yeah, they were terrible,
paper
yeah.
and stuff.
They were like made. Yeah, they
Kite
were really
paper.
shitty. They would crash all the time. Pilots would always.
That's what they
die.
look like. They look
Okay,
like big
December
kites.
7th, 1941. So that
Yeah,
would be.
so that'd be-
1941. I thought
It was like around 7. Anyway.
No, it was before the war. But that was what caused the United States. One of the reasons the United States
That's why
entered the war.
United States entered the war.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it was the same year that we ran the Hawaii thing, and nobody went to the Disney trip because it was too much
Rip.
money.
Yeah, because Hawaii's a lot of money.
Hawaii was like, I think 3,000.
That's crazy.
And Disney this year was half of that, I think. It was like
Okay.
close to half. But yeah, and not a lot of people went, especially not a lot of seniors. There were probably like 6 or 7 seniors.
Why?
Because
Wait, why were there other people? Oh, they were chorus.
it was
right?
chorus and then band, yeah. I don't know, I honestly don't know why. A lot of just the band kids, a lot of seniors, they didn't want to go, especially
Fair.
because they didn't want to miss class or
Yeah,
they
yeah.
just didn't want to pay for it.
My thing would probably be paying for it.
Right.
My parents would not give that much money.
Yeah, but it sucks because I kind of had to view it as my senior trip. Because here in our town, we don't get a senior trip. We don't get an exclusive senior trip. So that's how I kind of treated it as. And it was fun.
That's fair.
We played at Disney Springs, the place where I almost died last time I went to
Hey.
Disney.
Right.
What?
Oh, did I tell you about this story?
No.
You definitely did.
Well, yeah, you
You
probably
said it
did,
on
I
multiple
forgot.
occasions.
But yeah, I think I've said this on the show before too.
You
But
definitely. We're gonna just.
But-
I'm just slow. It's okay.
yeah, but like
Fuck,
the deal with last time was I was with my family, and on Christmas Eve we went out to eat at Disney Springs, which is the renovated downtown Disney area.
Oh wait.
Oh,
what's your
really? Is that
reaction?
what it is?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh, okay. Cool. That's cool.
And I had an allergic reaction.
To what?
Salmon.
Okay.
You can eat.
Why'd you decide to
seafood,
have
though,
some
right?
salmon?
I could have fish, but they probably just put something on it, or it's cross-contaminated. That's how bad my allergy is. If it's cooked in the same pan as something with cheese on it, it could kill me.
Yeah, that's why they don't. That's what they do at MJ's,
Right.
where we work.
Yeah, and oh, that's good. But yeah, I was sent to the hospital. I was sent to the hospital that night on Christmas Eve. I was in a stretcher. I was in an ambulance.
And what did you do for Christmas Day?
Not die. I was in the park the next day, and I was a nervous wreck because I thought Disney was my one safe spot to eat.
Oh, rip! That's a huge
Heartbreaking.
rip.
Yeah, but yeah, Disney was fun this time. I didn't die. I'm still standing. That's good.
That's really good.
The problem with Disney Springs, I have many problems with it because first of all, it's just one giant boardwalk, so most of the stuff that there is there to eat, it's mostly just stands.
Yeah.
And for me, like eating at stands, it's hard because it's just one small kitchen. So I can't eat at any of those stands. And after we performed, we only had an hour to eat, and all of the sit-in restaurants had humongous lines. Ooh. And it was like 85 degrees out in the scorching sun. You have no idea how much day drinking goes on in Disney Springs.
Really?
Like 55-year-old men walking around with margaritas in their hands in an 85 degree heat. Just walk. How can you drink like that during the day? But how can you do that when you're walking around? Doesn't that in the heat too? That's killer.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah, you got a lot to learn, Dylan.
It's gonna be uncomfortable, I bet.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But at that point, you really don't care.
Yeah.
Is basically.
But yeah, we were in the parks. We were there for 5 days. It was really fun.
That's good, man.
To spend time with my fellow seniors.
This weather's been fucked lately, so going to Florida.
Oh my god, New Jersey weather's the worst.
Yeah, it's literally so bad.
It literally, it's 10 degrees in the morning, and it gets to 60 in the afternoon.
And it gets to 60 in the afternoon, and then it's blisteringly cold at night.
I know.
It's so bad.
What do we live in fucking Canada?
It's
Jesus
only gonna be this way till
end of April.
End of April, beginning of May.
Oh,
And then
yeah,
it'll
another month.
Yeah,
of this shit.
but it's just annoying because I have golf right now, so we have to practice in this weather, and we have matches in this weather until 6:30, and it really gets cold because the sun goes down.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks. But whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Why don't you just for your allergies, just force yourself to eat the things you're allergic to until you're not allergic?
What the fuck? Because it's so severe, he'll literally die.
Alright, start off slow.
What? Just a tiny little
tiny little piece of cheese,
Yeah,
dude.
a tiny little bite of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Alright,
then
I'll try
start with 2 tiny little bites of cheese. What is that?
It's my phone.
I'm gonna pick it up.
No.
Sick.
Wow.
Mode, dude. Yeah, the telephone down here sounds like an old timey, landline telephone.
Whoever was calling hung up already.
Yeah, they
gave up.
ditched it. Yeah.
I would've gave up too, man.
What's your favorite Disney movie? Let's go around the table.
Oh, favorite Disney movie?
Yeah. Originals, so Star Wars and Marvel don't count.
Are we talking what kind of Disney movie when you say Disney movie?
Any Disney movie.
Any Disney movie. I think
It could be animated, it could be live action.
I don't know if I could choose one. I mean, if I had to really choose one, it'd probably be Lion King.
Lion King.
I mean, that's a fucking classic.
It is. It's so good.
It would Emperor's New Groove.
I love that movie.
Probably one of them.
Oh my god, that's so good.
And dude, I didn't watch Emperor's New Groove till 2 months ago.
I've never
For the
seen it
first time.
ever.
And I fucking love that movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
It's so good.
I haven't seen it until last year. It's such a good movie.
It's not even nostalgia. It's just a good movie.
Yeah.
It's just funny and it's not. It's there's no.
And you have no nostalgia to base it off of because you've never seen it before.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
there's no
it's a good
nostalgia
movie.
for that. It's just a good movie.
What?
It's the movie.
The Emperor's New Groove.
It's the movie about. It's the guy who gets
I don't
turned into a llama.
Yeah, he's this king, right? And then
he's
super spoiled and shit, and then he gets turned into a llama as a.
You know that meme, pull the lever Kronk? That's what it's from.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I remember the boys in Fukuskus.
No.
You've never heard that?
Boys in Cusco.
Well, I can't do his fucking voice.
Boys
but-
in Cusco.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter. That's another. I didn't realize this either, but he does the intro for Soren, the ride Soren. The guy who does the voice of
really?
Joe Swanson on Family Guy. Yeah, it's funny. Welcome to Soren. But yeah, Emperor's New Groove is a good movie.
I didn't actually hear of it for a while either, so I don't really blame you for not knowing what it is.
It has David David, what's his
Oh,
face?
I've definitely
David Spade.
seen of this before. I've
John
never seen the
Goodman's
movie.
in it too.
Okay.
It's such a,
It's on Netflix. Just watch it.
Yeah, it's on
an hour and a
Netflix.
half. It's just one of those movies where you just relax.
I
and
watched
just watch.
Hercules again.
Oh,
2 nights
really?
ago. It's like that's one of my favorites.
I have to watch that one.
It's so good.
My brother told me to watch it.
The soundtrack is fucking baller.
Really?
I love the soundtrack. All the songs are so good. They get like
Huh.
when I went to Disney, I had the one of the songs from it. I don't know, like it's called "Go the Distance." It was stuck in my head for like because it starts with like this horn thing at the beginning, and it was like it's just too good. I really like it.
There was a
And
movie
Danny
I
DeVito's
watched
in it.
not long ago That was really good.
Oh, really? Is he
Yeah.
actually?
He's like a little goat man. In the movie.
Sick. That makes
Really?
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about you, Brandon?
Favorite Disney movie?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, dude. Like,
Really?
Disney for me, like,
Wasn't a big thing.
no, yeah, well, actually, yeah, it really wasn't that big of a thing. I
Really?
watched a few
Huh.
movies.
See, it wasn't that big for me, but the ones that I did watch, I watched the fuck.
Yeah,
out of.
Lion King I watched at least 2 dozen times.
Yeah,
I watched Finding Nemo a shit ton.
Yeah, Finding Nemo is
Yeah,
probably
Finding
one of
Nemo.
them. Toy Story is probably.
I
one
never,
of them.
well, I've
Oh.
seen Toy Story, but I never, like, watched
I
it.
definitely got attached to Toy
I
Story.
cried in Toy Story 3 when I saw it. I bawled like
Really?
a baby. Yeah.
Did you see the new trailer for Toy Story 4?
Yeah, it looks.
It looks okay.
It looks alright.
I don't really get what's going on. It's like this dude. Is he having an identity
I
crisis?
honestly
don't
think
really know.
that this is gonna be the farewell to Woody. I think Woody's gonna leave.
Oh, really?
After this. Yeah, because he's
Possible.
he might just stay with what's her face, Bo Peep. I think
Yeah,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah, Bo Peep, yeah.
I feel like he's gonna stay with her. I feel like that's how the movie's
What?
gonna end.
I thought it was just about toys.
It's
No, dude, it's way more. It's way deeper than toys.
I have nothing to say on the matter.
I mean, but for me, I think it's between. I have like a top 3. It's like Aladdin for the animated.
Oh,
ones.
Aladdin, that was like-
Aladdin's really
Aladdin.
good. Aladdin's really good.
Aladdin's like one of my favorites. Aladdin, Hercules, and Lion King are probably my 3 favorites. And everyone's gonna be asking, dude, what about Disney princesses? My favorite one, I watched Cinderella a lot when I was
I've never
Really, I
watched
never
any
watched
of
any of the princesses.
Really?
Dude, I was a
I
kid,
I
was
should
a
watch
guy.
them. I feel like I should watch them.
Brandon, what did you
Dude,
say?
I was a guy. I'm sorry. As a little kid, first of all, you
I was
understand,
a guy,
This
man.
is my household. It's just me and my brother.
Yeah, it's
So why
Right,
would my parents
yeah.
be buying
Yeah.
Disney
Yeah.
or princess movies? For us?
Right.
We didn't want to watch
Yeah, I
that
have
shit.
a younger sister, so that.
Yeah, that makes
Right,
sense.
okay,
where
yeah,
it
makes
comes
sense.
from. I watched Cinderella. I watched Little Mermaid and.
Yeah, see, I never saw
My
it.
mom and my brother watched the live action version of
Cinderella?
I think it was Cinderella
Beauty and the Beast
or
too.
Beauty
I
and the
watched.
Beast. They watched both of
Yeah.
both of them. I think they told me it was really good. But the live action.
It has
it's
it
glad
has the
it's
chick
good.
from Harry Potter, right?
I think
Hermione?
so. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, there are Emma Watson.
Yeah, I was never into Harry Potter, so like
Oh, okay.
I don't really get it.
I never like watched the full thing through.
Me neither.
I feel like if I did, I'd get.
I
into
watched
it,
2 of them and I fell asleep in both of them when I watched them.
though. Wow.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
They were good movies though.
I was always just so.
I watched
young.
Goblet of Fire and I fell asleep.
Watch the first one. First one.
I watched the first one. Actually, was I awake for that? I think I was awake for the whole time in the first one. But that was like a
they're
long
good.
ass time ago.
I tried. I was
With-
reading all the books.
When I was a little kid, both Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter were like I just never watched.
Yeah,
them,
me
'cause
neither.
I just, like I didn't have the attention span to sit down and watch.
Yeah.
And it's very complex, like that
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
thing.
Lord of the
There's so much
Rings.
shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I watched
But now,
it.
like,
Yeah. I watched
when
it
I
like
watched
last
Lord of the
year.
Rings again when I was like 11 or something, and I was actually like able to follow what was happening.
So
It's
good.
like yeah, it's still one of my
It's so
favorite
good.
like movies ever.
It deserves every single Oscar it got.
Yeah. So like I'm sure if I sat down and watched Harry Potter now, I'd probably like it.
Yeah.
I need to watch
I
Lord of the
might.
Rings.
Yeah, you should. It's really good.
Yeah.
But the only problem is you have to be alert. You have to be awake enough to watch all 3 of them because I watched Fellowship at like 12 o'clock at night and I fell asleep halfway through, so I missed like half of the movie.
Oof.
So I had to go back and rewatch Fellowship
Yeah.
and then I had to watch the rest of them.
I have seen like all 3 of those at least like 30 times each. So.
Damn. Holy shit.
It's like
that's a lot
that's
of
my
hours,
favorite
bro.
trilogy ever.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
movie trilogy.
Bigger than
yeah.
Star Wars for you?
Yeah, I like it more than Star Wars.
Did you guys see the new Joker trailer?
Dude.
Holy
I
shit.
did not, although I was.
Oh
about to
my god.
Joaquin Phoenix as Joker. That
Dude,
shit is.
I
His
saw-
laugh is really good at
Oh
too.
my-
His
so
laugh
good.
is really good.
Really, really good. Dude, I saw because they released something like 2 months ago or something like that, and it was very short. It was
Yeah.
like 30 seconds.
But it was like behind the scenes. Whatever,
yeah.
I think.
But it looked. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was gonna be
yeah.
good.
But
Yeah.
this looks amazing.
This looks amazing. This is
fucking
not even
good.
like it's not even a superhero movie for me.
Yeah.
It's just like a work of art.
Yeah.
That's
It
what.
looks
That's
really
honestly
good.
what it looks
Who's
like. I shit you
directing it?
not.
I want to know who's directing it because it looks. No, the guy who directs Todd Phillips, his name is. I forget what he directed, but it was more like comedy. I think he directed it first. But yeah.
But yeah, man, you gotta see this damn trailer. It's fucking great. And they didn't use like some whack like remix of like a pop song or something, or like a hip hop song.
They used like an old
They used some like old time jazz song, dude.
Shit, yeah.
It sounded so good. Oh, it was so.
Oh, he directed Old School in the Hangover movies. The guy who's directing.
Who's doing this?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
De Niro's in it. Holy shit.
Yeah, he was in the trailer. You didn't see?
I didn't see him.
Yeah, it was like 1 second. He was like a game show host or something.
Oh
It was
shit.
weird.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
DC has to get their shit together. Honestly,
do.
I feel like they're doing a good job.
They finally are. I heard
Aquaman was really good.
Wonder Woman was good.
I saw Aquaman with Neil, Ryan, and Phil.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it was really good.
It was good. I have to watch
that.
that movie.
Yeah.
I still have to watch Wonder Woman. I haven't watched.
Really, Wonder Woman was good too. I honestly feel like I enjoyed Captain Marvel more though.
Really?
I feel like it's kind of the same. They both have like a lot of faults in them.
Really?
They're not that. They start off good and they have pretty bad third acts. And yeah, I really liked Captain Marvel though, even though it's not that good of a movie. Same with Black Panther. I think Black Panther it's entertaining.
Yeah,
and
it's entertaining.
I like it and it has good aspects like when it comes to storytelling and all that. But overall, it's not as good.
It's pretty average.
Yeah,
it's a pretty average movie. Superhero movie.
Yeah.
I think it was just there was so much hype because of like the culture.
The cultural stuff. Oh yeah, Jacob's here. All right.
Slight intermission.
Slight intermission.
We'll be right back.
Hey, look how tall he is.
Kangaroo Jack.
Put the money in the jacket and the jacket on the kangaroo.
Yo, do you mind if I put my feet on the table?
No. Actually, yeah, I do mind. Jacob,
Get
your toes off my table, Jacob.
I thought that was open.
Ginger ale.
Yo, I had to go to Subway. You guys know that smell when you go into Subway?
Yeah.
How shitty it is.
Really? I think it's alright.
I hate Subway.
I think it's good.
I hate Subway so much.
Yeah, I hate Subway
And
too.
it's the way that the stores, all the stores have this specific stench.
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
And it's awful. I go in there every time, and I try.
It just smells like bread.
I don't even like Subway, honestly.
Why did you go?
Because I was getting a sandwich for Brendy. She wanted Subway. So I went, all right, I want to go get you Subway. And I go in the Subway, and it smells like garbage. And I go up to the guy, and the guy looks like garbage too.
It's probably causing the smell.
You got like this like nasally, like 18-year-old kid who just wants
Well, what
to
do you
get out of
expect?
there.
Subway.
Did he or did he not
It's
have
a Subway
Ben
in
Shapiro
Monroe.
voice?
Yeah, he had a Ben Shapiro voice. And he's sitting there taking our order, and I'm like, whatever. So I go on, I grab this ginger ale out of the refrigerator.
Did he or did he not say facts don't care about
He
your
did
feelings?
not, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so we got a
fuck.
sandwich, and then we went in the car, and then we drove away. And then we drove more, and then I got home, and then I'm here.
Hey, Dylan.
Do you want me to keep that in?
Alright. Dylan, I just saw your post on Instagram.
Oh, that was my Disney post.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But yeah,
think I liked
what were we talking about?
What were we talking
I'll
about?
tell you if you did.
You can just look it up, dude. Just search it, and I should be in the following anyways.
Yo,
No, I'm pretty sure you didn't like it, dude.
this is the best
I like it
time.
right now.
this is the best time to tell the story,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
major
we should
topic.
tell it. We
We
should
should tell.
I can't believe you.
What story? What happened?
I can't believe you've done this.
What happened? Who believed who?
No, dude. When we got the car stuck in the mud, dude.
Let's explain.
Oh, I wasn't there for this.
MTHS
Okay.
2020.
I'm not there in the story, but insert me in, please.
Yes.
You are technically in the
Yeah,
story.
yes, you
You're
were-
technically
you were
in
part
the
of the
story.
story.
I know, but
Wait, he was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We told him.
We called
He
him.
was called
Yeah.
me,
Oh, we called
and I
you.
refused to help.
Like an asshole.
I'm not like an asshole. I have a front wheel.
I'm
drive.
joking.
I'm driving a front wheel drive 2012.
Yeah, you drive a fucking
GMC
minivan.
GMC Terrain, and it's pretty good. Although I can't really take it off roading because it's a front wheel drive 2012 GMC Terrain.
Yeah.
I mean, that didn't stop him.
No, your car is meant for it more than anyone else.
All right,
No,
let's
it's
stop.
not.
Let's
Yeah,
stop
it is.
dodging
No,
it.
it's
Let's
not.
stop dodging.
It's a two-wheel front wheel drive 2012.
Oh wait, it's front wheel
GMC
You
drive.
said that 3
Wait, it's
times.
front wheel drive.
front wheel drive GMC 2012 Terrain. All right.
Never mind. Yeah, then it's.
All right, let's start from the beginning here. So, the last time we all hung out was when we recorded episode whatever this podcast.
We
was.
did a podcast that day.
Yeah, it was
No, we
me.
didn't.
Yeah, we
No,
did.
we did
Yeah, we
not.
did. It was me, Jagjit,
Oh, it was,
Brandon, and Zach.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
shit,
that was
that
the
was
same
that
day
one.
with Zach.
That one was a really good one. It was a good one.
To preface this, Jagjit and Brandon went out with Tim one day.
That was an
the
infamous
weekend
night.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the weekend before.
Oh, and the next weekend was another. That was the string
Right.
of infamous
Yeah.
weekends.
And you guys went up to Freehold and did some off-roading.
It's actually called
up.
Roosevelt. I was about to say Franklin. It's
It's
Roosevelt.
like North Freehold,
Yeah,
right?
it's
This kid's retarded.
What is he
You
doing?
can't put the cap
Kids
on
in
your
the
water? There you go.
All right, continue.
Oh,
Alright,
shit, Jacob.
Let's continue.
Jesus.
Okay. But yeah, the following week is when we recorded the podcast, and Brandon was like, "I have an amazing idea.
I was out.
Was that my idea?
I think it was your idea.
It was my idea.
Let's go off-roading in my Honda Accord, my front wheel drive Honda Accord."
Yes.
It
Dude,
was,
but it was a fucking killer story, man. It's such a good story.
and keep this in mind. This is February. This was like
Oh, yeah.
beginning of March or
So
February.
fucking
This was
cold.
February.
It was like
It was
mid-February.
fucking cold as
Cold
shit.
as fuck.
Well, the funny part was because it started off not too bad. Because remember all those trails that we were driving
were all
over them,
fine.
they were well. When we first drove over them the weekend before, they were covered in ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like all iced over. Then it was like warm that
It
week,
rained
so it thawed
the
out.
day before.
However, that night it got very cold again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it also rained the day before.
It rained the day before, so it was a lot of
It
mud.
was it was very wet.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff that was frozen had thawed out and like basically became unfrozen. It was just mud.
So we were going through the trails. The trails kept getting more narrow and narrow to the point where we were literally driving through like brush.
Yeah,
and
that's
shit.
fun.
Yeah, why did you?
That was
even-
sick,
Why
though.
did you guys even like? Shouldn't you have stopped at that point?
Man, I don't fucking know.
Isn't that-
No,
isn't that stop?
We didn't wanna
here's the
stop.
thing, okay, well, we gotta explain the story
Yeah.
as to why. So, we were driving, and it was getting pretty late, and we were like, okay, we want to go through this one part that we went through last time. We'll go to that, just check it out, like, get out, we'll check it out, and then we'll walk back. Or we'll drive back home.
Yeah.
So, we started making our way over. We get to the place.
Yeah.
We check it out. It's pretty dope. I mean, it was like, it was just like a beach. It was
Yeah,
like
it was
a
like
shore
it was like a little
next to
shorehead
lake.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was an island,
And there was an island.
There was an
Going
island.
which probably will never happen.
Yeah, we'll probably never happen. We're probably never going back. Oh yeah, we're never going back there.
Probably
Yes.
never going.
Most likely, unless we bring like an all-wheel drive
Yeah.
SUV, so like one of my cars.
Yeah.
Then,
Or maybe Barrett's car.
well, the problem with
They go
Barrett's Jeep is-
off-roading there.
Yeah, I know, but his is two-wheel drive, or I'm sorry, two-seater.
Right. Yeah. We need like a convoy.
Can we strap
Like-
a kayak to the top of that?
You get
Yeah.
we get Travis
Alright, cool.
Travis's Jeep too.
Doink Island might eventually be a thing.
could possibly do
Stay
that.
tuned, please.
Stay tuned for Doink
Island.
Island. But anyways, so we go and then we were like, all right, there's nothing else to do here. It's getting pretty late. It's kind of
It's
cold.
getting kind of fucking gay too.
Yeah.
So we were outie.
So we were like, all right, let's leave. So we're driving, and mind you, I took the same way that I took to get into the place that we wanted to go.
Yep.
And
There's a gigantic fucking puddle in the middle
yeah,
of the road.
so I'm driving, and I'm like, oh, it's this puddle again, which was like a fucking mini
Mini lake.
pond.
It was
Yeah.
like,
It's
yeah.
like a mini lake in the middle of the road. I'm like, can we make it through? Probably not. So on the side, there was like just straight dirt.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was like, all right.
What
we'll
it
make
looked
through.
like, it looked
What
like
looked
dirt.
like
Yeah.
dirt. What looked as like dirt. And I start driving through. I'm like, all right, we'll make it. So I power it. I give it some gas, and
We go.
the car goes like right in, and it just stops.
It stops. Yeah, we stop in
We
a
stop.
mud. We get stuck in a mud slick.
Yeah. And I'm like really giving it some gas, and nothing.
Yeah, it was
And
basically.
I start freaking the fuck out at this point. I'm like, holy shit, we might actually
You're
be
not,
stuck.
you're not supposed to go in mud with a front wheel drive.
Yeah,
Jacob.
yeah, Jacob.
Jacob.
Jacob, we're aware of that.
Yeah. So why did you do it?
Because it didn't
Because
look like
it
mud.
didn't look like mud, dude.
It looked like
just
dirt.
like straight dirt.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking.
And then
I didn't even know it was front wheel drive till that night. Like, oh, would you look at that? My car's front wheel drive.
I mean, I knew it was, but they also offer an all-wheel drive version of the model you have, so I thought maybe I don't know. I thought it would be enough to get through. Obviously, it was not. So we get stuck for like
three fucking hours.
it wasn't 3 hours.
2 hours.
It was like an hour and a half.
No,
I
it was
think
like
an
2
hour and a
hours.
half.
It was 2
We
hours.
started.
10:30.
No.
No, before that.
Because
It
I
was like
remember
9.
I was on the phone waiting, saying, "Remember,
Yeah, I was
if
on
he's
the
not here
phone.
by
Oh, that's
10,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
then
that's
we're
right.
gonna call
Yeah.
the police." Or no, my
Oh, yeah,
parents.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My dad. I don't remember. So no, I think we actually got stuck probably
At
Nine.
like 10.
nine.
Oh, 9?
9-ish.
Really?
Yeah,
because
it was 2 hours.
Because we were trying to dig
stuck
ourselves out, and then that lasted a while until we finally
Oh,
sat in
yeah.
the car and
We're
then we
like,
were calling
fuck.
people.
Yeah, we
and
started
that was
calling
right around
people.
10
Okay,
o'clock.
so okay.
Yeah.
So This is around 9:30.
Yeah.
9:30ish. Yeah.
We're like panicking. We're like, what the fuck do we do?
We were not completely panicked yet. We were
Not yet.
still like kind of
still
like.
like- we
Oh,
still
it
had
settled
some
in though.
No, we
It's
still
not-
had
yeah.
some hope. We still
Yeah.
had some hope, and
Yeah,
then
we could get
we
ourselves
try
out.
and dig out the tires, and we're like, oh fuck, this
It
is
is
not gonna
it is
happen.
thick mud.
Did anyone take a
And-
picture of that? No, right?
No.
No, we
I
should have taken a picture.
I
of
might
that
still
part.
have the video. Well, I should have filmed the whole thing, but
Yeah, you really should've.
in the moment I was thinking like, oh shit,
How
oh
am I
shit,
gonna
oh
get
shit.
home?
Yeah, how
And
how
you
am I
also
gonna
had
get
to go
home?
meet your dad.
Yeah,
My
because
phone
it was
was
my
so
dad's
low,
weekend.
so
My
I
dad
had
was gonna
my
pick me up.
All right.
So I kept calling. He kept
That's
calling
right.
me. I kept
That's
calling.
why we were leaving too.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
Yeah.
why
Dylan
we were
was
trying.
like, oh, I
Yeah.
had to-
Yeah, because Dylan had to go.
Yeah, exactly. But-
so we we're just like, what the fuck do we do? And we looked at the tires, and they're like
Submerged in mud.
half of the entire wheel was submerged.
Yeah.
in
No,
mud.
in the front hood of the car, there was a lump of mud.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like wedged in the
and
mud.
the,
Tires
the
weren't actually even
actual
touching.
the actual chassis and frame of the car was sitting on top of the mud.
Right, yeah.
So the wheels weren't doing anything at all. Like literally, this car.
That's
is
what we
sitting
figured
on
out
mud.
after we dug
Yeah,
it out.
after we
Like,
dug it
spent
out for
like
like a
20
couple
minutes trying
Yeah.
to dig out shit, and then we figured out.
And also, it was the sun was like set already, and it was
Oh,
like
it was completely
becoming.
dark.
It was.
Yeah,
and
we
it was
couldn't
getting
see
colder.
anything.
It was
The
getting
temperature
colder.
was
Yeah, as
like
you
you could
it
see.
was
You could see. You
dropping.
could see the mud freezing
was
over.
starting
to-
You could actually
Yeah.
see it
Yeah, you
freezing
could
over
watch
in
it
real
freeze.
time.
And we were
Yeah.
like, we can't wait here this
So we're
long
like,
because this fucking
the car's gonna
get
get frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck, who do we call?
And
Who do we
also,
call?
keep this in mind. That park has had some crazy, shitty stories
Oh, yeah,
about
too.
It had some
people
bad-
in that
bad-
park. Yeah.
We've had bad experiences there, and other people have had
Yeah.
bad experiences there.
And that just adds on to the fucking terror. You're
Yeah,
sitting
and
in this car, this
we're
dark
literally-
car. There's literally like the tree line is like 5 feet away from our car.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I didn't turn my back to the trees once.
And
I
literally
could-
the entire time,
No, I
before
was-
we got stuck, we were saying two things. We were like, dude, this is the literal beginning of a horror movie, and two,
We're gonna get
we're gonna
fucking
get
killed.
We're gonna get
We're gonna get
killed,
killed out here.
or we're gonna get stuck. Like
Yeah.
that was those three things were definitely in our heads.
Yeah.
And when it did happen, I'm like, oh fuck, we
Yeah.
called that shit. But
And we sat in that car. The hope was fading away
yeah,
fast.
we really thought we had to call.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that was like his. Well, when we first got stuck, my first I'm like, yeah, we'll get ourselves out.
Yeah, I was like, this
Right,
shouldn't be
yeah,
that bad.
yeah, it shouldn't be that. But then as like the minutes rolled by and they
Yeah.
turned into
We
hours,
started setting
And then we
it.
started
Yeah.
really checking the tires and like
yeah,
really.
there was
getting
no
a good
way
look at
out.
what was
There was
going
no
on.
way out.
There was no way
we
would've
couldn't
gone
we
out.
couldn't shovel through.
Yeah,
we didn't have
So
enough
just started
shovels.
calling people.
Yeah,
We
so
sat
then
in
we
the
started
car
calling
and
people.
started
Yeah,
calling
we
We were
called
like,
a
alright,
bunch
let's
of
try and
people.
conserve our energy. So I put the heat on for I turned the heat on and off for like
Yeah.
30 minute
We also didn't
intervals.
want to waste gas.
Zach looked petrified.
Zach was so scared.
I felt so bad
I felt
because
really
that was
bad.
that was the first time we've hung out with him in a while.
That was the first time I'd ever hung out with him outside of school, and that was his
Yeah.
experience.
That was his first
He looked-
experience with us.
He looked like he shat his pants.
Yeah.
He looked petrified.
And he was getting really agitated too. I noticed.
Yeah.
And,
Rightfully
but I was like,
so.
yeah,
Rightfully so,
of course,
yeah.
it makes sense. I got him fucking stuck in a forest in the middle of fucking nowhere. And then, so I'm like, shit. Well,
we started calling people. I called my
Yeah.
dad, and I figured, shit, my dad has like the
Oh.
same exact car as Brandon has.
so he's gonna.
So
get it off.
I don't want him to get stuck
Yeah.
either. And honestly, there's nothing that he could have done either.
Right, exactly.
He didn't have anything.
Yeah.
We called Travis because he has a Jeep.
But he didn't answer.
He didn't answer. We called
We called
Jacob.
Jacob. Jacob has an SUV, so we're like, all right, maybe
No,
he'll
but
be able to
it's
get
a
us out.
front wheel drive 2012 GMC
So we
Terrain.
call him and we're like,
Yeah.
yo, Jacob, can you come get us? Like, we're stuck right now.
He's like-
It's like getting
he's
cold
like,
and it's dark.
God.
He's like, oh my god.
And you had us.
My
You had
mom's
us.
gonna let me go. That's what he.
And
that's
Jacob
what,
had the call on Discord.
I
You-
did. I
yeah,
was,
and
everyone heard it.
yeah, everyone heard our
Oh, yeah, everyone
like
was
Xbox
freaking
Squad
out.
whole they heard our.
Well,
our
none
call.
of them like us.
Yeah, none of them do
like they're
us,
just
so.
like,
Of course, these
like
idiots
what
got
other
another
shit
one.
are these
Yeah.
guys getting into now?
And then we called Barrett.
Yeah, we called Barrett.
Our guardian
That
literal
was like
guardian
one of the
angel.
last people that we were gonna call. Like after this, we had two other options. One, I call my fucking parents.
2, we called the
Not
fucking
been good.
police.
Or the second option was call the police.
So we're like, if Barrett doesn't pick up this goddamn phone, we're fucked.
but
But
I also knew my
luckily-
parents would be drunk. So
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily Barrett came through.
Barrett-
Barrett
we-
also has a Jeep.
He was like, we call him and he's like, yo, what's up, guys? And we're all like, all right, Barrett, here's the situation. You were like,
before we even got to explain it,
yeah,
like,
we
so
were-
you guys are stuck.
You guys are
right?
stuck, huh?
Yeah.
And then we were like, yeah. He was like, yeah, I fucking do, all right. We were like, okay. So he was like, all right, I'll be there in like a half hour because we're far out and his
We were.
his Jeep went that fast and like it was dark and like a lot of shit. So
From Freehold to Monroe, it's like at
it's
least a half
at
hour.
least a half hour.
Yeah.
And where we were at, it's definitely a half hour. And plus, he had to confine
And
us.
he had to
and,
get
like,
through the woods in the park.
dark as shit. Yeah.
It's luckily he knew his way around the
yeah,
park.
because he's
'Cause
been
he
there
off-roads
before.
there,
That
yeah.
was like just a fucking coincidence.
Yeah.
That was crazy. But And then so he shows up. Finally, we're like waiting for because he had his light bar on, which is super bright, and we're like waiting for a nice Jeep with a light bar coming through the forest.
Luckily, he had
and we
that
literally
light bar and stuff,
we
too.
sat in the car just in the darkness, no music, no nothing.
Yeah.
Trying to
Because
conserve
we were just
everything.
We were all on phones with our parents,
Yeah.
saying like, "Oh, we're gonna be late to curfew."
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually told my dad I told my dad the situation that we were stuck.
I didn't tell my dad. I just told my dad we're dropping someone off, and I'll be back late. And he's like, all right.
I called my dad, I called my mom, I called my sister, and I told them the same story 3 times. I'm fucking stuck in a park up here in a mudslide.
And we just sat there kind of like...
Yeah, we sat there waiting.
Yeah, we sat there
and we were
waiting.
just like talking to each other, like, I can't fucking believe this happened, guys.
Literally, that's the only thing we talked
That's what we just kept saying.
And then Barrett eventually came.
showed up,
We had another encounter because
Oh yeah, and we thought Barrett showed up and we're like, we're finally out of here. Then Barrett pulls around and he takes out his tow rope.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, guys, how are we gonna do this?
And it didn't fit on the fucking car.
He tries to tie it onto Bren's car. It didn't fucking fit.
It didn't fit.
The
It's hard to
tow
explain.
hook. Yeah, the tow hook was essentially too small to fit.
No, too big to like because it's like a big thick ass rope basically.
Yeah, the
and my
rope's very
chassis
thick.
has like a little metal loop. That
Yeah,
you're
the
supposed to
cable
hook it onto.
was too.
So you physically couldn't fit the rope through the loop.
Yeah.
But eventually we worked it through.
We jimmied it through.
Yeah, we jimmied it through.
Well, remember we did that like we spent like a good 20 minutes trying to figure out how we were gonna do it.
And we were
Because-
freezing.
yeah.
I was freezing my ass off.
Yeah.
I didn't bring a jacket like an idiot. I thought I didn't. And then I look in Bren's backseat, and of course my jacket's
Oh
fucking
yeah,
there.
that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. And we were trying a bunch of like first we were trying to jimmy it through, and then we were trying to like get some like remember Barrett's like get a stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we trying to get it through. Yeah.
But we couldn't like find a strong enough stick, and then eventually I think Barrett had the idea of like because
He
the
sort of,
ends
like,
of it,
fed it through,
the
yeah.
ends of it were really thick, but the center was thin. So what we did was almost
We
came
fed
from
the
the
center
center
through.
Yeah, and then tied it around.
Yeah.
First time it didn't work. To
Yeah.
get it
So
out.
and then so first I put the car in neutral, and I turned off the traction control, and you just put the car in neutral, and then Barrett tried backing out. That didn't work. It came up a little bit. We're like, oh, and then no, it didn't. And
it
then
sunk back in.
he was like, all right, now try it in reverse. So I put the car in reverse, and Barrett was pulling at the same time, and luckily that fucking worked.
Yeah, it knocked it out.
Yeah, they got it out, and then we were like, okay, and then we were like, fuck, what do we do? So then, it was very difficult to get the rope untied. So essentially, we didn't untie the rope from Bren's car. We just untied it from Barrett's car.
Yeah, and we threw it in
And
Brandon's
we put
trunk.
it in his trunk in Bren's trunk.
Oh yeah, that's right, because we couldn't get it all.
Yeah, and it was like 11 p.m. I was still like adrenaline was pumping like crazy.
Yeah.
We were all super anxious. We didn't talk on the car ride home at all. We were telling Barrett, like, we were like, dude, we'll do anything at this point. Like, you have a favor on us.
We still owe
Barrett.
Yeah, we still owe
do.
him.
I don't know what to do though.
Well, no, like he said, he's like, don't get me anything. It's just like you owe me.
That's
how
good
of a-
That's what
yeah,
he just
yeah.
kept saying.
That's
We're
how good of a
"Alright,
guy he
Barrett."
is.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that's a little shady.
But
But
no,
yeah,
I'm so
and then we
very
drove
grateful.
home, and we were all super like just tired. Like,
I didn't
we were
get
just,
in,
like,
I didn't
let's
get to my
fucking
dad's
home.
apartment until well past midnight.
Really?
Well, I was
Yeah.
terrified because my parents had been leaving me very angry calls and whatnot.
Yeah, and you had just gotten the ticket.
I
a
had
week
just
prior.
gotten a ticket the week in the same location.
Yeah,
that we were
literally
at.
the same place.
And your car was caked in mud.
Yeah,
the car was
my
covered
car
in
was a
mud.
fucking disaster.
Yeah, and I was gonna go to Brendan's house again to like explain what happened because I did that for the ticket. I was like,
yeah.
I sort of like was his advocate, and but Brendan.
Even though we
Well, good on you then.
We did
explain.
You don't
one
want that
thing,
on record, do you?
My parents are never gonna watch this, and even if they do,
At one point it'll be like 30
yeah, who
years
gives a
into-
shit?
yeah.
I'll be
Alright,
like,
so,
in
alright.
10 years from now, I'll be like, okay, yeah, that was a big ass lie.
All right, as long as you're fine with it. But yeah,
Yeah, whatever.
it's risky shit, man. Like I've never been in a situation like that before. Like
I never thought I'd be in a situation like that.
It really
getting my car
it
stuck. 'cause-
really makes you think and get your adrenaline.
it just
pumping.
seems so stupid. Like getting your like you're a fucking idiot if you get your car stuck. It's way easier to get it stuck than you think it is.
Yeah,
it's so much easier.
It's the way people talk about it. It makes it seem like you have to actively
You have to try to get it stuck. Yeah, no, you would just be driving along and it'll get it stuck. By the way, Jacob's still here.
Jacob's been here for
He's
a
been here the
long
whole
ass
time.
Jacob, how have you been?
I don't know. I've been okay.
I don't know. I've been
I've
okay.
been what?
okay.
I've been okay.
I like your top, Jacob.
Thank you.
It's Todd. Do you have a shirt under that?
That's the way to go.
Yeah,
I got a
that's the
shirt
way
under
to
it
go.
as well.
No, this shirt has a little pocket doohickey right here.
Doohickey?
And then you put
A pocket doohickey?
And you put the thing in the pocket.
No way you're gonna do that.
Jacob, how's Jojo going, dude?
Yo, okay, alright. That's amazing right now.
You've unleashed. You've
Yo,
opened a
Look,
can.
I wanted to contribute.
Alright. So starting off the episode today, you got Trisha Una and her stand Spice Girl, right?
Of course.
And she's on the plane with the rest of the gang, and Notorious B.I.G. is on there too.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
And he's
Alright,
running
well, this is a
around.
good time for me to take it
And
down.
he's running around, and he goes after the person who moves the fastest and uses the most energy. So in order to stop him, also Giorno cut his arm off to get outside of the plane, and then he cut his other arm off. So now Giorno doesn't have any arms, and then
Giorno Giovanni?
yeah, he doesn't have any
Giorno
arms.
Giovanni.
Giorno Giovanni. He doesn't have any arms now. Before he cut his arm off, he turned his ladybug brooch thing into an arm, and so Trish has to get the arm to the crew to be like, hey, Giorno can heal us now, right? But she can't because Notorious B.I.G. is sitting there in the plane. And Notorious B.I.G. is invincible; it can't die.
How ironic.
Wait, why is it all rock stars and then
Because
like a rapper?
B.I.G's a rock star, dude.
yeah,
What are you
he's
talking about?
a rock star.
You're right.
So
And as are the Spice Girls.
Jacob,
Yeah.
what is this show?
it's Jojo.
Like, it's every time you describe it to me, it gets more and more fucking convoluted
Oh, dude,
and
wait until
insane.
King Crimson fights Metallica.
Oh god.
That's like my favorite fight of the
Can't wait.
entire part.
Muda 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 mu.
And they don't say that actually.
Muda muda muda.
No, they don't actually. In this part, Bruno he says the word Ari over and over again, and then he reads.
Hey.
You read too hard, dude.
You read squeak. We play Monopoly, Star Wars.
Monopoly Star.
I see it. It's Monopoly Star Wars episode 1. We can play that. We'd sort of.
As
we
we
did
do
I
the
didn't
podcast?
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
I've done that before. It doesn't
we
turn
can
out
play
that
It
way.
doesn't turn out that well, right?
Scrabble Union.
Scribble.
What the fuck, Jake?
Jacob, what's your favorite board game?
Pokemon discs and game board and DVD.
Oh, I used to play. There used to be a Pokemon game I used to play, right? It's called Pokemon fucking Champion Island, I think it's called. And it was at that time where the board games would come with discs.
That happened?
Yeah.
It was very short. It was very brief.
Have you ever played Seen It? That's literally the whole gimmick of Seen It. You put the disc in, and you have to guess what movie the scene's from.
Oh, is that
That
what
sounds
it
like
is?
a giant copyright infringement.
Yeah, isn't that? Yeah, how'd they?
That sounds really
I don't
legal.
know.
They got the
They
licenses?
probably got some rights and licenses to it.
I love my mom.
Yep. I like your hoodie.
Thank you.
What? I looked at you, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, you. Brandon,
I got this in Colorado.
Brandon, you said you had to be with the place at like 7, right?
No, I gotta leave at 7.
You gonna leave at 7?
Oh, you gotta leave at 7? I have to be there at 7.
Okay. That's good for you, Joe.
All right,
so-
Jacob. Jacob's about to convulsively vomit all over my table.
Anyway, dude.
Oh, Jacob, I've asked this question to the guys before. What's your favorite Disney movie? And don't say Barnyard, because Barnyard's not a Disney movie.
What are the Disney movies? I like Wait, is The Little Toaster a Disney movie?
Is it?
Toaster?
Yeah, is it?
I think it is.
What even is that?
What?
seen
I've
that?
never heard of that.
It is.
that movie
You've
before?
never seen Little
It's
Toaster?
awesome. It's actually amazing.
It is a horrifying
It's an
psychedelic
amazing,
movie.
It's an amazing
What?
experience. I saw it as a little boy, and man, I
Look,
didn't
it
understand
was in
anything.
the VHS sleeve that was supposed to be Fraggle Rock. I put Toaster in, and I was like, "Look, all right, I'll watch Toaster." Horrifying.
Oh, wait, did you say-
Horrifying.
Yo, that reminds me. Okay, I had these Dora the Explorer. No, wait, was it Dora?
Journey to the Purple Planet.
No, I can't even remember what disc it was, but it was like a letter factory. No, it wasn't Dora. Letters.
Oh, it was Leapfrog. Leapfrog.
No, I don't think
Was it
so.
Leapfrog?
I don't know. They had to go to each letter. Like they went to every single letter
Sesame
along the way.
Street.
Was it? I don't know. I forget what movie it was. Oh my god.
And what's the point? What?
I don't know. It's my favorite movie. Hold on, I have to figure this out. Movie.
I honestly I never really watched all that much educational TVs. I watched Barney.
Did I?
Barney was on.
No, I didn't. I watch a lot of SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. I didn't watch this.
Whenever I was watching SpongeBob, my dad would always come in and he'd be like, "How is this helping you in any fucking way?" No, it's not. But it's a good show.
I haven't watched SpongeBob like until I was like
Why is
a
every
tween.
movie about the alphabet a crime movie or a horror movie?
Zodiac? Have you ever seen that movie, Zodiac Killer?
So I saw Zodiac, man. That's a great movie.
So good.
It's very. Do you remember the knife scene though, where like they showed like him stabbing like, a couple at the beach or like the park? That shit was intense, man. I had to look away for a bit. My mom looked away. That's.
I loved RDJ in that movie.
Yeah, no, he's so good.
The Brave Little Toasters.
Jake Gyllenhaal as well.
And it was created by
Disney, right?
I don't know if it was Disney. It was Disney.
It was Disney. Basically, Brave Little Toaster is about this brave little toaster, right? A bunch of little household appliances. It's basically Toy Story before Toy Story. They leave their home because they want to find their owner again, and they just get caught in so much shit.
Oh, like, this is from the.
Yes.
This is from the movie.
Is it 3D or is
no?
it?
It's
2D.
The colossal guy clown. That's just
yeah. That's what it's. The gimmick of that is the toaster has nightmares of being put out by a firefighter clown, and it's horrifying. It's as a kid, it's pretty fucking terrifying.
Yeah. Yo.
Oh shit, that's like a 60s movie.
What is?
Wait, is it?
Brave Little Toaster?
Yeah,
It was. I think it was
1987.
80s.
The Walt Disney Company.
The art style looks very.
Yeah, it looks older.
Yeah, it is pretty old. But yeah, it's such a hard. Here's another topic.
Oh, that's creepy as shit.
Yeah.
What
It's
the
a
hell?
creepy fucking movie.
No, I'm just saying. That looks like that.
Here's another topic.
Oh, okay. All right, shut up. Dude,
I want my toaster.
I have the same toaster as Tobuscus.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I have the same exact
What
toaster
the
as
fuck
Tobuscus.
toaster does he have?
He has like this red like
The raping kind.
No, the red toaster. Those accusations were proved false. You know it.
Oh my god.
He never did anything to that girl.
Did he really?
He didn't. It was false.
Wait, really?
Yes, it was false. It never happened.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you just spring rumors.
Well, the
how
jury
does-
of public opinion just rules everything as you're guilty until you say you're innocent, which is like
Hey,
the
shut
complete
up,
opposite.
Dylan.
I'm just stating a
I'm gonna
fact.
Harvey Weinstein your ass.
You can Harvey Weinstein my ass. Does that count as a threat?
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh. So Jacob, what are your plans for today then?
I don't have any plans anymore.
Damn, I'm upset.
Cause I wanted to
I'm
go.
upset.
I wanted
We
to
should
go and
actually
eat some
cancel my
food.
plans.
And I can't eat food with this guy because he's
It's late for me.
allergic to all the
Yeah, I know,
fucking
it's late for me
milk in the
too.
world. Are you allergic to milk?
No.
What?
Yes, I am.
Don't they use milk in everything?
No.
Yeah.
I'm still
lot of
standing, aren't I?
You said you don't.
You get my fucking point, Jacob.
Dude, you're one fucking guy. I swear to God.
Doesn't Jacob look like Steve-O?
I deep throat
He
this.
kind of does.
Yeah.
No, Jacob.
I bet I could fit.
What
that
is
in
it?
my
What was the
mouth.
comparison you said?
He said
I said if
chimpanzee.
Steve-O and chimpanzee.
if Steve-O and a chimpanzee had a baby, you'd
That
get
would be
Jacob.
That's true.
Oh, Jacob's kind of like Steve-O.
He
You're
kinda
kind of
is.
like Steve-O, Jacob.
Steve-O
You
died.
no, he's still
No.
alive.
How did Steve-O not die?
I honestly don't know.
How did he not die?
How many
still
of the
alive.
how many of the fucking how many people from Jackass have it's only 2 of them left, right? It's only Steve-O and Johnny
They're all
Knoxville.
alive though. I think, right?
I think most of them are dead. I think a lot of them
really?
died off.
Oh shit, never mind.
Oh, there's an
Because they were all
official-
druggies.
There's
They're
an
all
official-
That is
addicts.
true.
There's
Yeah,
an
but
official
Steve-O's been
Steve-O
sober-
website. They have merch.
Hasn't Steve-O been sober for like 21 years or some shit?
He's been sober for a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
long time.
I didn't know it was that long.
I'm pretty sure it's how long? Let's see. Jamie, pull this shit up.
Jamie, pull up Steve-O's
Pull
nudes,
up
please.
Steve-
Who the heck is Jamie?
Have you ever
It's a
seen Joe Rogan?
Joe Rogan.
You a
Oh,
Rogan?
I was
head?
just talking about this in class earlier. Who is like? Is he just some random podcast guy?
Okay,
or?
so
I don't know. Shut up.
Joe Rogan used to be.
Did he? Was he famous at one point?
Yeah.
There we go. Because I was like, is he famous? Was he ever famous?
He was a big
used to
MMA
be
guy.
the- well, yeah, he's a
yeah.
big
Because
MMA dude.
I was told that he
And-
was just some podcast guy. But I know
Now
that's
he
false.
kind of is. Now he kind of is.
Now
but
he's just a podcast
He used
guy.
to
Now he's
be
not
also
just a
the host of Fear Factor.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
there
we
you
need to
go.
off for, but-
There you go. That's why I was confused. Oh, I can buy Steve-O merch.
You should
I'm not
actually
looking
buy
up what
Steve-O merch.
Steve-O's. Actually, fuck it.
Look, see, you can buy Steve-O merch.
You should actually get Steve-O merch. Anyway, let's get to Johnny Test.
Okay, they're rebooting Johnny Test, dude. It's a full-fledged reboot, and it's coming soon.
Yeah, they're rebooting Johnny
They're
Test.
rebooting
That
Johnny
scares
Test.
me.
I am so excited. You don't even understand. Ah, my
What's
God.
gonna happen to
I could
Jacob
care less.
when-
Oh!
I mean, I used to watch Johnny Test, but
I
like,
never.
JoJo
like, I
Fridays,
watched it a
more
tiny
like
bit.
Johnny Tuesdays. Johnny Tuesdays.
Is it gonna be on Tuesdays?
I don't know.
Okay.
no.
So know what's great about a son like you.
But today is actually Jojo Friday.
It is
Today
Jojo
is actually
Friday.
Jojo.
So Jacob, who are you taking to prom?
I'm taking Giorno Giovanna.
Giorno Giovanna.
Giorno
Giorno Giovanna.
Let's get to the
meat.
Oh, are we
The
getting
meat
to
and
it?
potatoes of the
Oh, fuck
conversation.
me.
What are we talking
This
about?
is the time, man.
teenage girl topic of the week.
No.
Guys, look at this. Look at this funny
Why
talk.
do we do this every time? Okay.
What happened? Oh wait, is
I
it
just
more?
finished.
No, we're getting into goyles now.
Goyles.
What are those?
I'm not gonna talk about
Oh, you haven't.
I will talk to
I
you
don't-
guys about girls, but I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Good man.
What is that?
Well, it's a kind of a meme where we.
No. I
It
know
really
what.
is me.
No, what is it though?
What's a girl?
Yeah.
I
I don't.
I knew that's what you were saying too. That's the funny part.
Wait, what do you mean?
I don't really know what you guys are trying to talk about right now.
All right,
See,
so
a girl-
think of you, Jacob.
Oh, like.
Someone just like you, but just a little different.
Wait, does Nancy Pelosi count as a girl?
Nancy Pelosi.
She's
I think
kind of
so.
a mix of both.
Is that the definition?
Something like that.
Amy Schumer?
Jacob, you got a mom.
Fuck her, man.
You got a mom.
Your mom's a woman.
You got a mother.
Your mom's a
You
girl.
got a. You
If I had
got
to
a
guess,
sibling.
She is?
Yeah.
Most likely.
She's
That's
been
a-
lying to me all this time?
She's a goyle.
What?
She's a goyle.
She's a goyle.
Jacob, I have no hope for you.
What is gonna happen to him? Oh no.
Jacob.
How many? Have your parents asked you what's actually gonna happen to you? Like when you go into society?
You'll be alright.
I don't know.
You
You'll be
think
alright.
so?
You'll be alright.
I don't know, man. Sometimes I'm like, shit, dude. Jacob's going
Jacob will be
out.
alright.
No, I'm not gonna be alright. I got rejected from 2 jobs already.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
no.
that's right.
Oh, man. I don't think anyone likes me except for.
I like you.
I like you, Jacob.
I like you, Jacob.
Donald Trump likes you.
A little, maybe.
Anyway, newest scientific research shows that noise from wind turbines can cause cancer.
Yeah, that's what Donald Trump. That's what
Wait,
Donald
what
Trump.
the fuck?
No, that's what Donald Trump said.
Donald Trump thinks that noise from wind turbines cause cancer.
I don't think that.
doesn't like
I
wind
just don't
turbines.
think that's true. Oh,
It's
sorry.
not!
That's
True!
100% not true.
Oh my god, are you
What it is.
actually an idiot, Brandon?
I mean, you thought I actually ate tissues for a second.
Yeah, I remember.
That was
one.
like-
What? There was a comment that he made on the
Yeah,
podcast.
I said I eat tissues, and you're like, wait.
He said some really dumbass shit.
Oh, you know, actually, I eat toilet paper now. I saw an episode of My Strange Addiction where
What
this
the
guy ate.
fuck, man?
See, that's why though. Because people do have weird addictions. That's
Do you
why.
think I'm that far gone
watched
that I
this
eat
one-
tissues?
this
I
one,
don't know, dude.
I watched this one where there's this guy, this huge dude, right? And I was like, why is he so big? And then he's like, I eat mattresses. he's freaking like, he rips them open and he just eats mattresses. he freaking eats the insides of mattresses.
Mattresses.
Oh.
I saw that one. I saw that one.
Did you see the one about the he
Oh, this
fucks
guy?
his car?
Yeah, he makes love to his car. Yeah, and he told his dad, and his dad was really disappointed.
That's one should.
Oh my god.
There's a video online of I think it was on Twitter of a girl licking a toilet seat. She
I
licks
did
toilet
Oh
seats.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and a guy licking a street pole too.
Well, no, toilet seats, they have a very unique texture, depending on where you are in the world.
Okay.
Like, you know, some toilet seats...
What
they-
type of texture is that, dude?
Yeah,
some toilet seats
it like
have...
shit cover or
Some
something?
toilet seats have a sort of raised braille feeling on them. You notice that?
What the fuck? No, I do not notice
Some of
that.
them are softer and more porcelain, but others
So
are
some of them
Oh,
have
wait.
braille
Oh,
written.
wait.
Some of them
Jacob, I
have
get what
braille
you're
written
saying.
Yeah,
on.
some of them have like little tiny like goosebumps of braille on them.
Like
Yeah,
the bottom of a fucking shoe.
It's like this table.
It's
It's
like
like
this
this
table.
table. Very
Yeah.
similar to
It's
this
like
table.
rough.
It's a
Some
little
of it's
rough.
smooth, some of it's
It's
scratchy.
a texture. I get what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah,
now.
yeah.
They have toilets that feel like this table.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just never notice because you never open your sixth eye.
I only have 2. Where's number 3, 4, and 5? We just
Your
gonna skip
sixth
those?
eye. So the third eye's on your forehead, right? Fourth eye, fifth eye are your
Yeah,
nipples.
sixth
Your
eye.
sixth eye is your
Your
bunghole.
Yeah.
big anus.
All right.
Oh Jesus
What the
Christ!
fuck, man?
All right, Jug. What do you have to talk about?
I'm excited.
I told you I'm not talking.
You're not talking. Oh, we're not talking about goyle. No, you
We're not
said you
talking
were
about
talking
goyles.
It's
We're
not
breaking
the
away.
topic,
We're
it's-
really
we're
making
breaking-
progress.
We're making progress. We're making progress.
Because every time we come on,
Alright,
especially
well,
you.
the same fucking shit.
Drugs. Next.
No,
No, it's a little. It's too sensitive.
it's too close to home.
Too good.
Yeah, really.
A little.
Do not buy more than 7 Tomar emeralds.
All right. What else is there to life? Sex, women. Oh wait.
No,
Sex.
no.
No?
We're not going to those.
No
Women?
drugs. No sex. No women.
Wow, not woman.
We
Yeah,
live
that's
good
pretty
lives.
boring fucking podcast.
We live great lives.
Honestly,
That is what this podcast is.
a bunch of good boys talking the good faith, the Bible.
The Bible.
Oh, let me tell you guys about how trash my grades are this morning period.
Oh,
Why are they
do
bad,
tell.
Aren't
Brandon?
they?
I don't know,
Everyone's
this guy
grades are
gave me
trash
bad
right now.
grade.
Dude, I have a 98 in gym again.
Let's go.
I have a set. Oh, dude, mine's just like yours at minus 20.
That's cool.
Minus 20.
Yo, so we're the same, dude, but not really. Not at all.
20, dude.
And
Which
then
one of you guys just kicked me out of the table? Who did that to me?
That was me. No, it was an accident.
Jacob.
No.
We're gonna watch Brendan get raped.
This
right now.
is a table of trust, and this is the podcast of trust, the podcast of opportunity.
The podcast of trust.
And this table is the table of trust, and you
All right.
defile that
I'm
trust.
sorry. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no. Oh
sorry.
no. Oh shit.
All right, let's just get back to the podcast.
Jesus.
I
I like stroked out for a second. I lost track of what
Oh
was
shit!
happening.
It's 6:40.
Is it real? No, it's
Oh, it's 5:40.
5:40.
Oh shit.
Oh, so you have to be gone already soon. Dylan, you want to go eat food?
Holy crap! I'm so hungry.
My dad's picking me up.
I'm your dad.
No, you're not.
You.
Hi there, I'm Mr. Murphy.
That doesn't sound any
That does
good.
not sound like his dad.
Why did you do
bad for
T?
Jacob.
Why did you do T-Rex
Yeah.
arms for my dad?
You finally get his dad. Where he's get him available now. Almost a fucking leave.
Literally, Jacob says, "I'm Dylan Murphy's father." He does
No, I thought
T-Rex
I
arms.
started thinking of cerebral palsy.
No, Jacob. What the fuck, man? Oh no.
I don't know. Something one of you guys
This podcast is going to shit, Dylan. I'm sorry.
Something one of you guys said reminded me of like that South Park guy with the cerebral palsy, and then I started thinking about it, and they're like, wouldn't it be funny if Dylan's dad?
Wouldn't it be funny?
The fuck?
What the
What are
hell,
you talking
Jacob?
about? Wouldn't it be funny if my dad has cerebral palsy, Jacob?
There's a cure for that.
I don't think there is.
Yes, there is.
Is there a cue for No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
There's
No,
not.
there's not.
Yes, there
Jamie,
is.
pull up cure for cerebral
I'm checking.
palsy, please.
No, there's not.
There's not a
There's not.
cure.
There is a
It's a
cure.
mental disorder.
There's a
No.
cure. There's a
I'm
cure.
sure there's
Or
treatments.
I'm sorry. Isn't it a nerve disorder?
I don't even
It's a
know.
nerve disorder.
No, I'm sure there's treatments, but there's no cure.
Yeah,
it's
there's
not
no
like
cure.
you just be like, bing, bang, boom.
Hey, you ain't got palsy anymore.
There goes your palsy.
Yeah, treatment can help, but this condition can't be cured.
Told you.
You fucking asshole. Wishing my dad illness.
What? There's a
I
cure.
think it's a
for it.
disorder.
Oh no, it's a birth.
there's
I'm
a
sorry, it's a
cure.
brain. It's brain.
There is a
Oh,
cure.
nerve.
He literally just
But
said
it-
there's no
your
Yes,
cure.
there
nerves-
is.
I think your nerves is what gets it. No, that's
There's-
ALS.
You guys are all anti-science. There's a cure.
You guys are all anti-science.
You sound like Alex Jones.
There's a cure. There is a cure.
The government's hiding a cure for cerebral
Did you guys watch the? Did you watch the Joe Rogan Alex Jones?
I only
Yes.
saw
Dude,
parts
it
of
was
Yes.
so good. Did you watch the second one or the first one?
Both.
Yeah, I watched both of them.
He
It's
is.
so funny, man. Oh my
The
god.
best part was when Alex Jones he hit like his fucking he hit like a fucking I want to say jewel, but it's a fucking a joint. Jesus Christ, I forgot the word for a second. He hit a joint, right? And he said, "I'm kind of retarded."
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan just burst into
He goes,
laughter.
Joe, I gotta be honest with you, man. I'm kind of retarded.
That's right. There's a
And
bunch of
Joe's
fucking
like, dude, you
memes
can't
like
say
that.
that. I'm pulling that clip up.
That was so funny.
Oh my goodness.
Like, and I love how he like paused before it too. He's like, I'm kind of retarded.
But yeah, fucking did you see the Ben Shapiro ones too?
No, oh yeah, I watched one of them. I watched one.
Yeah.
They're interesting. I don't really agree
Is it
with
bad?
a lot.
Is it bad that I agree with a lot of things that he says?
I don't think it's bad. I mean,
No.
I just don't agree with his opinions.
I mean,
You can have whatever opinion you want.
Hey, facts don't care about your feelings, dude.
Facts don't care about your feelings, ladies and gentlemen.
When do you work at MJ's?
Right now I'm not really sure. Monday and Saturday.
When's your next shift?
Monday.
What time?
6.
Alright, I'll be there.
I'll come with.
Yes.
I'll test
Yeah,
out your
yeah.
I'll test out your kitchens. You say they're
dude.
allergy
No,
friendly.
trust me. I'll have him make sure that because I'll tell him my fucking friend don't mess up the food, and then they'll do it.
Alright,
on
here's
you.
what we do. We swap plates after we bring the food out, and then you suffer a
And then
traumatic-
I sue them for all they
Yeah,
have.
and then you suffer a traumatic allergic reaction.
What the fuck? I'm gonna be taking your food out, guys. That's gonna be like, you took the food out wrong, you asshole.
Yeah.
No.
I'll be like,
No, I'll
you
say-
just gave my friend here a
No,
traumatic.
no, and then you sprinkle some cheese on
I'll
yours,
sprinkle
and then I
cheese on
take a
mine.
bite of yours, and then I'm like, dude, they're both fucked up. The chef fucked up. Not your fault. You're
No,
scot free.
no, it's not going that
Okay,
far.
plausible
It's not going
deniability
that far?
here.
No, okay, think about this. All right, say I go, no cheese on my burger. and then
Why would you just say it like that?
and
dude?
then Dylan says that, and I get cheese, and then we swap plates.
Oh, that's how I talk? I say, no, I talk like fucking Butters from South Park.
Yeah.
Cheese on my burger, please.
Yeah, you do that, and then you swap plates, and then you do have cheese on your burger, and then you take a nice crispy bite.
There is dick cheese on my burger.
You go, "Who put
Bring
this-"
out your manager.
You go, who put this smegma on my burger?
Dude, we get fucked up asshole.
We get
all
dick
the time.
cheese on our
Yeah, why is something?
Everyone, people are just assholes, man.
Tell me.
Well, I don't get it. Like,
Tell me.
these people are working.
Tell
and
me
they're
some
trying
stories.
to
Tell me
make
some
your
stories.
experience. I mean, it's nothing that drastic. It's just shit that adds up. You know,
Tell
like
me.
people don't freak out, but like I was at this one table, or I was helping serve this one table. It was like 6 people or 8 people or something like that, and they were like a family. It was like grandparents, like their parents, and like 4 kids or some shit.
Yeah.
The grandparents started getting like so fucking like, you didn't cook this burger right, and like all this shit, and like we cooked everything exactly to their standard. Like nothing was wrong with their order. They just kept saying there was shit wrong with their order.
Right.
Then they were like, we didn't eat food, so we want food to go. We're like, all right, fine. We get the food to go. They're like, it took too fucking long. We're leaving.
Did
They left it there. They
Did they-
left the food there. We gave them the food, and they
they-
were like, no, we don't want it.
Did they pay for everything?
Yeah, they paid for it all, but they gave a shitty tip. They yelled at our manager.
That's
Like, people are just mean. It doesn't. I don't understand.
I feel like
How could you be
especially-
mean? How could you just be mean to someone? Or like, if they have, how could you base someone's value on the job that they have?
I hate that, especially like I used to work at iPlay and I was customer service there, so all I had to listen to was fucking like people
Oh, that
complaining.
sucks.
Like, why is it so expensive? Why don't you have a pool? Why don't you have a basketball court? I'm like, I don't know. I don't.
All right, listen. I have a real story for once. Now, I was a lifeguard, if you can believe it.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow,
Jacob Gloucester was a lifeguard.
I was a lifeguard.
People he had.
Jacob's saving lives out here.
Anyway.
He had they
Crystal Springs,
let
right?
their own lives into Jacob Velasquez's hands.
Crystal Springs. So I'm working there, and these people would always ask about the rules and like why there were rules. And I'm telling you, I don't know why there were rules, but I'm enforcing the rules for the reason that there are rules. And they're like, well, it's a dumb rule, and I'm like, it's the rule. And then they talk about how why can't I wear a non-swimming suit in the pool? And I'm like, well, you could bring germs in there. And they're like, well, I could bring germs in with a swimming suit too. And then I'm like, no, you can't. It arranged with swimming. And anyway. Ah, man, they sucked. Dude, the amount of times that lifeguards get accused of being racist, like, it's unbelievable.
Really?
How come? Why?
Because you got these people, right? And these people, right?
You can say
You
that.
can say
Hey,
black people
Black
on the
people are a
podcast.
thing.
Yeah, you got
dude.
these
Not
black
to
people,
hide
right?
it.
Alright, and you got, okay, say a lifeguard is like, patrolling the water, and this white dude, he breaks a rule, right? But the lifeguard didn't see it happen. Right? But then if she's walking over and then she sees a black dude breaking the same rule and then she calls him out for it, the guy will get all mad and he'll start calling her a racist for not calling out the white guy.
I feel like that's just society today. People just
Yeah, that's
whistle
some
blow and go
it's
for the
just all
first.
misunderstanding.
They go to name calling instantly.
And then other time I was at Dunkin' Donuts. I was I was waiting at the drive for 10 minutes. Like, you know the shitty one in Jamesburg?
Yeah.
I was sitting there. I had nothing better to do, so I was waiting at the drive-thru.
Why do you just put it on every appendage, bro?
I was waiting.
He's just
so weird.
he's putting beads all over himself
You know,
right now.
I was actually waiting at the drive-thru for 10
I
whole
gotta
minutes.
fucking decontaminate.
I was there for 10 minutes, sitting there waiting for my order to be taken.
in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you told me.
crazy.
And I just didn't feel like leaving. I was like, all right, I'm gonna see.
And
how
was
long
there a
this
line,
takes.
or was
No,
it just
I know.
you were
Oh,
just
no
sitting
line,
at the
no.
window?
I was just sitting at the. I was sitting at like
Why
the
the
little.
fuck did it take so
They
long?
always take so long.
I was sitting at the
Oh, yeah,
speaker.
they're
they
serving
didn't even.
shitty, right?
They didn't even take my
Terrible.
order yet. Like I was sitting at the.
Oh
the
no!
speaker.
At the menu.
Yes.
They could see if there's a car out
Yeah.
there, so they definitely knew.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I thought you were just sitting at the
No,
window.
I was at
I
the
thought you were sitting
menu.
at the window.
I was at the menu. No one came outside. No one was like,
Alright,
oh,
so that's
hello.
something to actually complain about.
There was no
Yeah,
one
that
saying.
is a real-
No one
yeah.
was like, "Hi, can I take your order?" No one was there. It was just me sitting there at the menu, just
Why'd
waiting.
you wait 10 minutes after like 2
Were you
minutes?
speaking into the trash can? People do that.
Yeah. Did you pull up too far
No,
or too short?
no, I was pulled up to the speaker.
There's a speaker. Yeah, you can see.
You
there's
can
a
see the speaker.
there,
It's
yeah.
surrounded by all the ripped paper.
That's so janky that place
and all the
is.
tape.
That
you
Dunkin'
see the
is
sign?
questionable.
You see the sign is falling off too.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
falling
off.
off.
Oh, no, I
The
didn't
sign's
see
falling
that.
off.
That's funny.
What a shitty town. I'm sorry. Like it's a pretty rundown. It's a pretty rundown. town.
Jamesburg?
Yeah.
It's getting better, but yeah, that Dunkin' is really
Oh
not.
my god, dude. And the Dunkin' is like the fucking landmark of the entire
Yeah,
town.
it is. It really
And
is.
it sucks.
They're so, yeah, it's shitty.
It is
but people
shitty.
still go, and
I
they're
go
making money.
for convenience.
Romeo's is good.
Romeo's is really good.
Alright.
Mine
Romeo's
is tremendous,
But it's expensive.
but it's expensive.
Anyway.
It's like one of those like upscale places.
I would like to speak about Jamesburg as a town. So what happens is there's all these small towns in New Jersey who have their own mayors, and they have their own things. And because they have their own stuff, then they don't get a lot of aid from anyone else because they don't have enough
Right.
taxpayers.
That's how it works at Jamesburg, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jamesburg,
that's the same case.
Helmeta, Spotswood, it's all the same.
We need to just swallow all.
That's
of them.
why, and no one wants to do that. 'cause
No one wants
they're
it.
like, oh, but my rights! No one cares about your rights, dude.
Your
What
rights
the
aren't gonna
fuck?
change
No one
though.
cares about your rights.
People care about your rights.
My rights.
People just are very. They want their own town, but just be a part of Monroe, dude.
Yeah, because look at us. We have tax dollars that get used
Yeah,
for
we're
school
sick.
iPads.
Yeah, we get fucking iPads, bro.
We
I
get
mean, you
iPads.
could get.
The
Well,
dispa-
Spotswood has Chromebooks, but y'all could be on some.
There's a huge disparity between even people in Monroe.
Yeah,
Like when
yeah,
it comes
yeah,
to
yeah.
wealth and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
there's a huge gap even in Monroe. That's true.
Yeah. Like
Well, that's
there's a lot of fucking wealthy people in Monroe, and at the same time there's a lot of fucking poor people in Monroe.
All right, new question for
No.
everyone. So here's a hypothetical.
Dylan
hypothetical.
just goes, no.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetical. All
Would
right.
you rather
hypothetical.
have? Okay, how would you say someone presented you with a banana, right? would you
banana.
peel it from the stem up top,
Yes.
or would you peel it from the bottom down?
Or
No,
would you
well,
bite
what-
them?
I know,
on the-
monkeys peel from the bottom.
Monkeys peel it from the bottom. So what would you
Oh.
do, Jug? What would you do?
Top.
Brandon, what would you do?
Bananas give
I
me
still go
agita,
from the
so
top.
What would you do?
bananas get. I don't eat bananas. Bananas give me agita, so I don't eat it.
All right, I
Pussy.
peel it from the bottom.
Oh,
So
so you're a fucking monkey?
I peel it from the bottom with my front two.
He's
Wait.
he's
my
half
toes.
chimp, dude.
With
He's
your
half
toes?
chimp.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
half chimp, half
You see, guys, my secret is that I peel bananas with my feet.
Does that make them taste better?
Yeah, you get the corn in there,
You get
dude.
the corn, dude.
Queen of the Nile's back.
Back to jobs. Back to jobs. Back to jobs.
Ah, my
Back
foot
to
fell
jobs.
asleep.
You were talking about lifeguarding and all
Oh yeah,
that shit.
lifeguarding. So
Jacob's unemployed right now.
I am unemployed.
Well,
I'm-
he has an internship, though.
yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I also got denied from Wawa. Oh, I'll talk. Okay,
Well, I
I'll
wasn't
talk-
hiring. I don't think.
They were.
they're not.
They
Oh,
were
no,
hiring.
they were.
They were hiring 6 new employees, and I didn't.
Fat rib in the
Yeah.
chat.
Anyway, so let me talk about my
Jacob,
my
have another
dilemma.
beat.
I'm gonna talk about my dilemma at Wawa. So I walk into Wawa, I'm nervous for my interview, right? I'm kind of just walking around, and I'm like, all right, do I wait in line? Do I not wait in line? So I waited in line. Only like 3 or 4 kids there. So I go up to the lady. I'm like, hey, I'm here for a 12 o'clock interview. And she's like, oh yeah, you're Jacob, right? I'm like, yeah, okay. Let me call with the manager. She's like, all right, go and get yourself a drink first, right?
She told you to get a drink.
She told me
She
to get a
demanded.
drink. She said, hey, get yourself something to drink, and go on right over to the room. I said, all right, thanks.
Did you get yourself something to drink?
So
You walked out.
no, but
That's
she
too
said
much for
she said get a drink, right? So I do that. I go up, I get my coffee. I have my coffee, but I go. I'm thinking to myself, am I gonna have to pay for this coffee?
Right.
Do I have to pay for this coffee? Like I have it in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking it yet. I'm like,
I'm gonna say
it's like an
no.
ethical dilemma, right? So I walk into the interview room. We do our little interview. I'm still sitting there with my.
Wait, did you ask him?
No,
I would just ask.
no, I
do
was
have
in
to pay for
there.
this?
Shut up, dude. Okay, so I.
Oh my
Yeah, I don't know if I would have asked. That's
So
why
I walked
into-
into. I
Really?
walked.
would've
I
I would just
walked.
be like, do I have to pay for this?
Excuse me.
Sorry.
I walked into the interview room and the cup of coffee sat there full on the
whole
table
time.
the whole time.
And it's getting cold.
I never once reached for it. And so we're done. And she says, "Thank you for your time." I say, "Thank you very much." And I get up and I bring my coffee with me. And before I leave, I think I'm like, do I ask for coffee? Do I take the coffee? Is it stealing? Did I steal this coffee? Do I have to pay for this coffee? Like I don't have the job yet. I'm just a citizen. Do I have to pay for this coffee or not? I walk into my car and I sit there and I stare at the coffee cup.
Then you
in my
see
hand.
Okay, you've automatically you're a robber now.
I know.
You're-
I'm thinking to
you're a
myself,
thief.
I just stole a cup of coffee from Wawa.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sitting there.
Cut that part right
I'm
out.
sitting there.
You don't want that.
I'm sitting there and I just
It's a cup of coffee. They're
and
like
I just
89
stole a
cents
cup
or
of
something.
coffee from Wawa, and I'm drinking it, and I'm like, this is some good Wawa coffee.
Wawa coffee is probably
It's really good.
some of the best.
I don't drink coffee, so I don't.
So
I
I'm
don't know. I
I
should
drank that
start-
coffee.
See, No, don't start drinking coffee. I would not recommend it. Don't
College,
don't make it an addiction.
College is gonna be
you're gonna
fucking
need it.
brutal. So
But,
I'm
like,
that.
All right.
If you're gonna get coffee, get it from Wawa.
So I'm there with the Wawa coffee in the car.
This episode is sponsored by Wawa.
I'm
Thanks,
drinking
Wawa.
that Wawa coffee. That sweet
Thanks,
Wawa
Neil.
coffee. And
And Nick Pops.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the Wawa coffee, right? And did I steal the coffee?
Yes.
Or did I not? Was it
No, I don't think
free
you did.
coffee? It was never stated that it was free, nor was it stated that I would have to pay for this coffee. So
yeah,
I'm
but
sitting there-
I think it's implied that
I
it's
know it-
free
it might
have
when
implied-
When she
told
asked you to get a
I
drink.
know she told me
Yeah.
to get a drink, get a coffee, make yourself comfortable, but I'm like, should I have paid for this coffee? And that decision still haunts me. to this
You
day.
should have asked.
So
You should have paid. You
for
should
all,
have asked.
For all of our 12 viewers, please leave your response in the comments below.
Whether or not Jacob should.
Whether or not I should have paid for that coffee. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Jacob told me this.
Spit out the water there.
Oh
Good.
Christ. I think that's a perfect place to end it.
I agree.
This is a very nice podcast. A very nice
I
return
gotta
to
replace
form.
them a bunch of
I know. I'm trying to make jewelry out of all of it.
I already did, bro.
Jacob, don't eat that. That's a choking hazard.
Oh yeah, don't eat them.
What happened? Well, like your old
Don't tear your
magnet?
intestines.
Well, you.
We've talked about this before. We talked about this before. They ripped your intestines.
Dude, was we were in the greenhouse today for Kelly's class, and he bored a radish seed.
What the fuck?
Jacob, can I end the show, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, cut that last bit out about this. I don't want to use the last names.
Okay. So yeah, this is a nice return to form for the podcast. As in, this is the most convoluted podcast we've done since a long time.
See, because they're really good, and then they go to shit.
Yeah. They,
alright.
especially
Some of
when
them are good,
especially
some of
when we
them are
have
crap.
4 people.
Yeah.
So
We gotta get Zach back on.
we should.
I just can't take myself seriously when Jacob's around, is what it is.
Yeah, but honestly, it also depends on your mindset for the day.
Yeah, we're pretty tired right
Yeah,
now. It's
we're
a
all pretty
Friday.
tired. We're all
I'm
talking.
beat. This week has got me killed.
Yeah.
I'm
So, from all of us to you, have a great weekend, a great day.
We still want to die. That hasn't changed.
Yeah, I
Just
still
know.
haven't. I still haven't
We're
done.
still lonely, very single, very fucking.
We'll
lonely.
get
We
back
wanna
to that
die.
next time.
No.
We're gonna talk
never
about girls
gonna
next
get-
time. We're
we
talking about
are?
girls next time.
Fuck. All right.
Sure, why
I'm
not?
never coming on again.
What? Talking about
Wait,
the
are we talking about girls, Chuck?
girls, Jug?
What's wrong with girls, huh?
What's wrong with
I
what?
ha-
What's
I
wrong
hate
with
women.
girls, dude?
I hate women.
I hate women.
He's an incel. You turned an incel, dude.
Yo, wait, can we get an incel on this podcast?
I don't know any actual insults.
We know a bunch.
No, we're gonna have to cut
Can't
this out.
keep this
We're gonna have to
in.
cut this out. I'm sorry, but Jacob brought it up. I'm just trying to prove a point.
All right.
Just end it, dude.